Salve a tutti! Siamo qui nel nuovo episodio di Dragon Age Inquisition. Allora, scusate se nell'ultimo episodio è stato tagliato il video, non mi ero accorto di essere arrivati ai 30 minuti di filmato, ma fondamentalmente mancava 30 secondi, poco più, era soltanto la fine del dialogo con la suora, che in pratica ci dà la possibilità di scegliere o Cassandra o Liliana come future divine. Ora valuterò quale fare. Allora, come vedete, ora sono apparse nuove missioni. Qui non mi dice nulla, va bene. Il toro, cosa dice?
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but Halam Sharal was a mess. At least under the Qun you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks when it goes to crap.
Questo è vero.
I hate politics.
You've got a crappy job then, boss.
Ok, allora. Ops, scusate, mi sono incastrato. Andiamo a vedere queste missioni. Allora, guardiamo la missione di sera.
For Gaspar, Brianna, the Duchess, and Christopher, right in the dangle bag.
Per te sono tutti
I think
uguali?
all those people should be treated the same.
After Halam Sharel? Kind of. They all get little people killed and don't care. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right? So long as there's a book for the throne. A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
Meglio gli scarafaggi.
I don't know. You want to stop a party? I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things with their little pinchy books. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an empress. That, and Briala being an idiot, the whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
Non è così semplice,
There was a lot more
purtroppo.
going on than a lover's spat.
Oh, sure.
There was.
Because of the hole in the sky, pff, plenty of idiots around before, and there'll be plenty of idiots around after. Better save some arrows, yeah?
Ok. Scusate. Sentiamo se da DC nient'altro.
Can't wait, what's on?
Allora, ci vediamo.
I'll be back if I
Ok,
need.
Go on.
perfetto. Continuiamo. Andiamo a sentire Cole ora. Se da dice qualche cosa.
I didn't understand the grand ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
È il gioco,
Orlesian
purtroppo.
nobles see politics as a great competition.
Yes, but none of them ever win.
I'll talk to you
Ok.
later.
Yes.
Allora, fatta anche lui. Quindi qui tutto a posto. Controlliamo ora qua. Allora, qui cosa abbiamo? Andiamo da Calle a sentire se ci dice qualche cosa lui.
I know Sarah was in here. I'd be perfectly happy never again setting foot in the Winter Palace. It wasn't the gossip and backstabbing, I know what the game entails, but the indifference to it all.
So bene cosa
I didn't care
intendi.
for it myself.
I shouldn't be surprised. Chantry can be the same. Their politics are less extravagant, but just as heated. Celine and Gaspard rule a country. Their divine influence is half a continent.
Allora, cosa da riferire?
Is there anything I should know?
Only that I'm never playing cards again. I still can't find my... It doesn't matter. I don't know how Varric talked me into that.
Ok, non c'è
That's all for
altro.
now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Perfetto, allora andiamo a parlare con Solas. A vedere se si sbloccano nuovi dialoghi. Ogni volta viene fatta la missione principale. Ecco Solas.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations. The machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
Già passato.
You miss court intrigue? When were you at court?
Oh, well, never directly, of course. An elven apostate is rarely invited to speak with empresses and kings. But from the Fade, I have watched dynasties form and empires crumble. It is sometimes savage, sometimes noble, and always fascinating. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally, especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
Ti dispiace per Briala?
My sensing concern over how we dealt with Brianna.
No? Why would I disapprove of... Oh, because we're both elves. I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
Allora, concordo.
Nor should you. You're not defined by the shape of your ears. They're not your people.
No, they are not. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, I believe Briala is doing quite well on their behalf. She is an admirable woman.
Concordo.
She's done good work. Hopefully, with our help, she can help them even more.
Yes. However much I identify, or fail to identify, with her people, Briala's efforts have been remarkable. She organized resistance against a powerful enemy, using only her wits and the resources at hand. That demands respect, especially in a world where most would look at her and only see a pair of pointed ears.
Ok, quindi fatta anche con lui. Ora andiamo da Dorian. Vediamo se ci dice null'altro di nuovo lui.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. You saved an empress, and now she's eating out of your hand. Perfect mental image. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Ti mancano?
That's something you actually miss.
Who wouldn't? All the drama, the scandal, the petty maneuverings. Back home, we engage in social affairs with the grim intensity of war. When blood is spilled, the battle is won. Less fun when you're the target, but to watch. My, yes. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. Fascinating.
Basta così.
Naturally.
Ok, anche lui niente. Fiona non importa. Sentiamo Vivienne. Se ha da dirci qualche cosa lei.
My dear, I'm afraid I must ask you for help. There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
Parlatemi della viverna.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great.
Non per me.
My dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
Che tipo di formula?
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
Non volete dirmelo?
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. I would do no less for you, after all.
Perché vi serve il mio aiuto?
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a mind.
Ah, io lo sono, Vi aiuterò.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
Ok. Perfetto. Qui c'è da che da leggere. Ah. Ok. Sarà praticamente da andare dov'era il quarto drago. Allora, sentiamo ora cosa ci dice. Dov'è Liliana? Perfetto.
Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture.
Ah. Sicura di quello che vuoi?
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Allora, aiuterò come
Whoever
posso.
becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
Ok. Perfetto. Allora, fatta anche con lei. A questo punto. Ma che fa? Mi sarà buggato. Aia. Andiamo a parlare con Black Ball.
Inquisitor.
Ok.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company.
Vedete che ora si stanno sbloccando nuovi dialoghi dopo la storia principale. Saranno altre missioni, altre evoluzioni dei personaggi.
When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day they found a dog, a wretched little thing. It came to them for food. I caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
Lo salvasti?
You stopped them? Cut the dog down?
I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
Come tutti gli altri.
You couldn't have been the only one there. No one else stepped in.
Doesn't make what I did any less wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Tu non l'hai fatto?
When we first met, you were saving peasants from demons and outlaws. You're not a man who shuts his eyes. A little insane, maybe?
Of course you'd make light of it. You make saving the world look easy. The rest of us can only dream of matching what you've done. Don't you see? It's not just about what happened back then. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Ok. Qui ci sarà una missione molto importante per Black Ball. Allora, visto che siamo qui, a questo punto parliamo con Cassandra.
Training here.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
Qual è il problema?
What's going on now?
I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
Davvero potresti diventarlo?
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
Perché non lo chiedono a me?
If they'll pick non-priests, why am I not a candidate?
Because you're a man, first and foremost. If they name you a candidate, they may as well join the Tevinter Imperium. Truly, though, I imagine it's because they're frightened of you. A weight such as yours would break the Sunburst throne and tear the Chantry to pieces. I just don't know why they believe Leliana or I would be any better.
Saresti perfetta.
I think you'd make an excellent divine.
Truly? I never look good in hats.
Io capo dell'Inquisizione e te divina.
The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars. This cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
Davvero la pensi
Right to
così?
hear you, of all people, say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
Prova a migliorare le cose.
If you're concerned, then make it better.
Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Apprezzo la tua tenacia.
Determination is admirable.
Some men would call it an unattractive trait.
I'm not those men.
Truer words have not been spoken.
Who's using flattery now?
E Liliana?
You're not the only candidate. What about Leliana?
Leliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Leliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
Tu cosa
What
cambieresti?
would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
Per te è una crociata.
This is your new crusade.
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the Chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Ok. Ora ci rimane da parlare con Varric. Che cosa abbiamo? Perfetto.
Honored to serve. Oh my maker, you cannot imagine how many letters I've received about the fracas at Halam Shiral. Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center.
Siamo ben
How's it
riforniti.
going? We have what we need.
With Skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for. I think I like this job.
Problemi?
Problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
Arrivederci.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
Ok, e si è preso una missione da fare al tavolo da guerra. A questo punto ci rimane da parlare con Blackball per vedere se è finito tutto e con Varric che Mineave non mi interessa, e poi ci rimane anche Josephine. Questo è soltanto un episodio un po' di parole, ma necessita farlo perché sblocca delle operazioni. Allora, vedete che ora ti sei dimostrato che è stato un onore servirti. Blackball è sparito.
The spy master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Trovalo.
Track him down. He's needed here.
Sister Leliana had us search the warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
Ok. E nel prossimo episodio andremo anche da lì. Ora abbiamo sbloccato tutto. C'è rimasto da parlare con Varric, con Josephine, e poi concluderemo l'episodio. Ci saranno missioni importanti soprattutto per Vivienne e Blackball. Allora, sentiamo Varric.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you. The second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
Avrei una domanda personale.
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Ok.
Thanks, Ferry. No problem.
Perfetto, anche con lui. Ah, lì abbiamo da giudicare il prigioniero, ma non lo faremo ora. Ora parliamo con Josephine.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
Posso capire.
You don't see the Empress of Orlais almost killed in cold blood every day.
Not so brazenly, no. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
Celine sapeva tutto.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
Era un covo di vipere. Sì.
Insular cliques, snide half-truths, everyone sizing up everyone else. It reminded me of home.
I completely understand the feeling, Inquisitor. Let's hope the next ball either of our families holds is quieter than this one, shall we?
Perfetto. Allora, abbiamo parlato con tutti. Abbiamo parlato. Ci sarebbe rimasto solo da parlare con il nuovo personaggio, Morrigan, che si dovrebbe trovare qua. Allora, eccolo qua. Parliamo anche con lei e poi chiuderemo l'episodio.
Tis a large fortress, Inquisitor. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
Conoscevate Skylord?
Sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Tara Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
Almeno è difendibile.
It's more defensible than Haven. After what happened there.
You chose better than perhaps even you know. The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
Grazie.
Appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. 'Tis that he actually may.
Ok, abbiamo parlato anche con lei, poi avremo modo di approfondire anche a telecamere spente alcuni dialoghi, però l'importante era questo, abbiamo parlato con tutti i membri, diciamo abbiamo sbloccato missioni e ora dal prossimo episodio ritorneremo, diciamo, a fare la missione normale. Detto questo, salve a tutti!